Hello, once again you're welcome. Today is a continuation of our lesson on the analysis of the marriage of anansewaa by F.Y.T. Sutherland. So today we are going to look at some socio-cultural and political backgrounds of the marriage of anansewaa. What we mean by socio-cultural is some of the social and cultural events that influence F.Y. Sutherland to write this particular drama. So one of the things that you can definitely mention is in the Ghanaian society is poverty, gullibility, and materialism. So basically, I'll be looking at some societal and cultural issues that influence the writing of this drama, and also some of these words defines the theme because they influence it. So they define the centermost ideas or themes. Now, poverty. Poverty is a very typified thing in most African societies. I think beyond Africa or in most Ghanaian societies or beyond Ghana or the four walls of Ghana. And it is exemplified in the life of Koku Ananse, who was very poor to the extent that he couldn't take his daughter to school or he couldn't pay his daughter full tuition fee, and not only owing tuition fees, but even his life, his way of living. At the beginning, Nancy complained a lot about the kind of life that he was living after poverty. And as a result of that, he became mischievous, cunning, tricky, evil, if you want to put it that way, just to alleviate himself from poverty. Then we also have gullibility. To be gullible means to be weak, to be easily influenced or changed. So Anansi was able to use his tricks to influence the characters. He fabricated the story of making them marry his daughter, and these forties bought into it. And gullibility is very common in the societies of the 21st century. Even though this book was written some years back, it's still very present today. People are very gullible and they get easily scammed. And like Anansi, I can say Anansi scammed the four chiefs, Chief Akwesi, the bald head, Chief of Sapase, Chief of the Mines, and Chief who is Chief. So there's so much gullibility in our societies today. Materialism. Everybody wants to be rich. Even me, I want to be rich. But materialism goes beyond just riches, but being enticed by the nice things of this world and being ready to do whatever it takes without any moral justification just to achieve this. Anansi one, deceiving four famous chiefs that he has a beautiful daughter who is ready for marriage and he's ready to give it out to any of them. That is just the desire to just be rich. And so you can read what's on the screen, but the others I'm not reading it for you. You can read it on the screen. And his ability to get them to give you what he wants. Later, being able to fabricate that story of the death of the daughter, but still making money. So the money he made all point to the materialism. So he said, with its attendant social vices. So materialism is a social vice. It causes people to do things they are not expected to do, like Kuku and Nancy did. It's also very important to know that this play revealed this canker that has eaten deep into not only the Ghanaian society, but other societies. Then we also have continuation of materialism, but here we have wit and being cunning. Wit is intelligence, cunningness is intelligence, and Anansi was able to combine these two powerful abilities or potentials or qualities to be able to siphon money from a lot of people. And this is very common in a lot of account cocktails, having Anansi as the principal character. We have one title, Anansi and the Wisdom Pot, where he thought he could just gather all the wisdoms in this world and just hang them in a tree so that he be the only wise person. His wit and intelligence is unimaginable. And a lot of people also have this way. Don't forget, if you read what's on the screen, Anansi is not the only intelligent character in Ghanaian folktale. There are other characters like the spider, the fox, and the tortoise. Then with now, let's continue. He said he developed this account folktale or art into storytelling. And this is very common in other parts of the world where we have every country has its own folktales or folklores. And Efwa Sandala was able to capitalize on this to develop this very beautiful drama. Now, this is what we are going to do in our next lesson, characterization. So basically, as a way of summary, Efwa Sandala was able to use sociocultural happenings in the society as at her time or as at the time of writing this drama. Some of these things being materialism, gullibility, poverty, to be able to be wit and intelligent, be intelligent or wit and cunningness, sorry for that, to be able to develop or write this very interesting, packed with knowledge, packed with lessons for us to read and enjoy. See you in the next class for characterization. Bye bye.